guys, what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. I'm back here at Jaguar Land Rover St. Petersburg, and guess what? We have some more muscle car madness for your viewing pleasure. I got this 2020 50th anniversary Dodge Challenger Scat Pack wide body, and we got the shaker hood. But before we get into this mean, lean muscle car machine, let's talk about what's going on here. 50 years since the original Dodge Challenger, all the way back in 1970. I don't think the Dodge brothers ever knew what their brand and what their particular vehicles would eventually do to American culture. Now, of course, those early muscle car days are undeniably such a unique part of American history, but you know what? In the 21st century, Mopar or no car is definitely strong with the Challenger and of course also the Charger. Now, for the 50th anniversary, Dodge did something very unique. Instead of just sticking to one trim or their top model, they decided to make 50th anniversary editions for a multiple of different trims and colors. So when you look at this cinnamon stick, that's the name of the sick muscle car color known as cinnamon stick. When you look at this color and the way that this one is spec'd out, it's one of 70 examples. Now, a lot of people that are Mopar crazy lust after that Dodge Demon. That's that 840 horsepower on race fuel, fire-breathing Challenger that just rips up the drag strip. They only made 3,300 of those. But think about that. 3,300 is definitely more than 70. This is one of 70. So my question is, I actually have two for this review, is should you be looking for one of these lightly pre-owned ones because of their rarity? Will they be going up in value? Also, the previous owner threw some Eibach goodies, that suspension company that really knows how to turn a vehicle into a sick handling machine. Has he done it in a way that Dodge should have done it and created that TA? They do have a TA Challenger, but really should it look and sit like this one, being that ultimate handling muscle car from Mopar? Let's go ahead though. Let's answer those two questions in this review with this cinnamon stick Scat Pack wide body shaker 50th anniversary muscle car. Let's find out. Right off the bat, you got that additional 3 inches of width because of the flared fender look, and it really does give such a powerful stance to it. You'll notice that fender flare covered in that beautiful cinnamon stick color. As it comes down, it's going to flow into this massive picnic tabletop splitter. Lori and I actually are going to have for lunch some fried chicken, some macaroni salad, some biscuits. You can have it all right here. This is my side. Her side is on the passenger side, but we'll be able to eat lunch no problem. But in all seriousness, the good news is this actually stops air from going underneath your Challenger and gets everything around the fender flare down the side of the vehicle. And I really love the flat black. Really kind of fits with that whole muscle car theme. Now, as we come across the front, you're gonna get that egg crate style grille and some special touches that are unique just to the 50th anniversary. So the RT badge, Road and Track, instead of it being bright red, it's a nice kind of, they call it gold school color. It's like an off goldish silver style cover. Of course, you're gonna get the quad headlight style, really gives it that nice classic muscle car look. The flat black, we have not only the Challenger badge, but you got your own specific badge, Challenger 50 for that 50th anniversary. We drop down more of that 8 crate, flat black, and that splitter, like I was saying, is just massive. Picnic tabletop, and I'm so glad that the previous owner took off the shipping, that bright yellow and bright pink shipping surface on the splitter to just clean it up, because that's how it's supposed to be. Now, when you get up onto the hood, we have the optional Mopar. Look at that, it actually says Mopar, in case you forgot. Mopar hood pins right from the factory, and then you're gonna get that satin black hood and the color matching shaker. Now, what's really unique about the 50th anniversary is that this functional shaker, this was the first time that you could get a wide body and have the shaker on the Scat Pack. For 2021, you can option it that way, but this is color matched. And I don't know if you hear that V8 rumble in the background. That's another Challenger going down the road. But as we come around the bend, old school, gold school, that's the name of these wheel color. It's called gold school, so it's like a silver goldish tinge wheel. Love the split spoke design. I wish they would have done something a little bit different with the center cap though, rather than the Dodge logo there. But you're gonna get unique metallic silver Brembo 6-piston calipers. Remember, when you go wide body, you are getting those 6-piston calipers, but unique to the 50th anniversary, are the color. It only comes this color for this particular trim. Two-piece rotors, massive rotors that are slotted, fully ventilated, and then with going wide body, you're getting 20-inch wheels, 20 by 11, all four corners to hide underneath the beautiful fender flare with the Pirelli P0s. Really clean look, nice braking capability, and adaptive suspension, all four corners. Now, as we go down the side, you'll notice you have a silver, the drag racing Bumblebee there, looking good. That Rumblebee, classic badging for such a classic style of muscle car. The silhouette fits it to a T. So if you compare this to a Camaro, you compare this to a new Mustang, this just has the lines of that classic connection to the past. This particular one with the satin black hood, you got the satin black roof and satin black trunk. The best news is it's actually painted. It's not a wrap. That's straight from the factory. I like that touch. Coming towards the rear, we got, like I said, 20 by 11s out back. I like the satin black fuel door. Another little piece of history to kind of tie it in with that classic look. And then as we wrap it around back, you're gonna get that massive trunk lid spoiler, which is flat black, balances nice with the satin black. We have our Challenger 50th badging with that off silver goldish tinge. And then I really think that Dodge does a great job with their taillights, LED, classic, with the blacked out Dodge badging. And then as we drop down, I think the one weak spot in all this is gonna be the exhaust. It's that vacuum style slash cut. It looks good. I just rather would see a nice, quad tip exhaust. But this vehicle is sitting on Eibach lowering springs, hence that lower stance. But we'll talk more about the suspension and what's underneath that hood. Let's go pull the hood pins and check it out. All right, guys, we got the hood pop. Now, one thing I want to point out is with those Eibach lowering springs, that's what gives this just a perfect look as it's sitting still. It dropped it about an inch, and I can't wait to take it for that on-throttle drive to see how she handles. But underneath that shaker hood, you have that massive opening. The name shaker in the back of the hood on the underside gives you that classic feel with all the cool names that they used to put all over these vehicles. But as you drop down, there is that cinnamon stick covered functional shaker. And underneath that shaker intake is gonna be, of course, no replacement for displacement. That's the 392 cubic inch V8, 6.4 liters of naturally aspirated goodness, 485 horsepower, 475 pound-feet of torque. It is mated to the only transmission for this particular vehicle, an 8-speed automatic. You could also get a 6-speed manual. So unfortunately, we don't have the manual, but hey, we do what we got to on Rady's Rides as we are filming these cars. 0 to 60 with the automatic, you're looking around 4.1 seconds. Quarter mile is gonna blaze by at 12.4 seconds. Top speed, 176 miles an hour. The vehicle does weigh 4,261 pounds. MPGs, 15 in the city, 25 on the highway. And talking about those Eibach goodies, besides the lowering springs, we got the bushings, the upper control arms, everything balanced to really give you that special handling that maybe you just can't get from the factory. But it makes sense because to have a handling Mopar product, believe it or not, in the first generation of the Trans Am series, there were plenty of Mopar products to go up against the other two from the big three, the Chevy Camaro and those Boss 302 Mustangs. But why don't we fire up our Challenger and hear that V8 rumble. All right, guys, we're inside this 50th anniversary cinnamon stick Scat Pack wide body with the shaker hood. I know you're saying, well, Joe, I've been looking for one of these. You know, it was one of those things that when they first came out, they sold so quickly. I'm really digging this one. What was the price? Well, brand new in 2020, the MSRP was right around $63,000. Let's see what you get for the money. To the door panels. I love the premium material with this interior. So this has the optional premium interior, nice smooth material. That orange contrast stitching works well with the cinnamon stick. I love the Alcantara, great armrest, and then of course you're gonna get a nice cup holder up front for a bottle of root beer, and then you have the Twinkie holder out back, 2 Twinkies in the door panel. It's got the optional Harman Kardon sound system, and then as you go from the door panel to the dash, look what you're greeted to. a very tasteful Challenger 50th anniversary badge. This is number 54 of 70. So that's the rarity of those vehicles. And then as you come, of course, to the center stack, you got that 8.4-inch Uconnect system. Real great intuitive system, but we're not here for the infotainment, we're here for the performance. Love this carbon fiber style with the orange that kind of shines through, the orange stitching top and bottom. And as you work your way down, all of that great stitching continues with that wonderful finish. Of course, you can have launch control, you can get into your performance pages, your dual climate, heated seats, ventilated seats. This is that Torque Flight 8-speed automatic transmission. You got a little cubby here for the Mentos, because guess what? After you race somebody, you're gonna blow their doors off so badly, that's the least you could do is freshen up their breath. 2 cup holders. You got your standard Dodge key fob. This is a zonk. This is a missed opportunity. I wish I had the 50th anniversary badge there, but you got the buttons on the back. That's the panic button for your person that you just beat. After they're having a heart attack, you just hit that and they could get their help. Nice soft material on the armrest, the stitching. You open this up, felt lining, and you easily could put a baker's dozen worth of Twinkies in there. That's 13 Twinkies, 1 for you and 12 for all the losers that you're gonna race against. 2 USBs, an aux jack, and a 12 volt, and then these seats. The leather, the Alcantara, the 50th anniversary badge, nice bolstering, but nothing that's gonna hold you tight in the twisty. So this really is a straight line setup of a car, but it's gonna be interesting to see how those Eibach goodies are gonna allow us to handle. Manual seat control for the passenger, electric over here. This also has the Alcantara headliner and your standard size sunroof, which is really nice. But why don't you come over to the business end? I wanna show you behind the gauges on this cinnamon stick mean lean muscle car. All right guys, here we are, business time. You do have the electric seat controls for the driver, which is nice. And then steering wheel, it's a great thickness, nice flat bottom. It's just another missed opportunity. That's a major zonk. No 50th anniversary badge for the horn button, just your standard Dodge horn button. I do like the flat black, and you have decent sized paddles. Not the largest, they could be larger, they should be larger, but they're still metal and they're actually pretty good otherwise. And then the dash, I love the way it's got that Challenger 50th anniversary logo on the speedometer. Tasteful tack colors, speedometer colors, and then of course you have that digital display in the center. Watch this though, I'm gonna shut the car off and then I'm gonna start it back up. Watch that. You get a nice Challenger 50th anniversary logo there on startup, and then of course that shaker hood just staring at you, just saying, I wanna go on throttle, I wanna go on throttle. Well, guess what? We're skipping the back seat. I don't give a damn, I don't care about the trunk. We are gonna satisfy the need of speed on that V8. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go on throttle in this 50th anniversary Challenger. All right guys, we left Jaguar Land Rover St. Petersburg. We're in this sweet muscle car known as the Challenger 50th anniversary Scat Pack wide body with the shaker hood. Right away, you're feeling the suspension changes that the previous owner made, not only from looks, but also from the riding experience. I love seeing that shaker hood, especially that bright cinnamon stick color. And everywhere you look, you're getting some nice touches in here that's gonna separate you from the rest of the Challenger pack, which is wonderful as well. That great push rod, 392, tons of power. On throttle, here we go. Really, really nice. That Torque Flight 8-speed just drops down, does the business very, very well. Into this left-hand bend here. Wow. Turns very, very flat. So like I was mentioning, Eibach is a suspension company. They've been around for decades. They really know how to do suspension tuning and parts. And I'll be honest with you, it's kind of a bummer that Dodge never made like an ACR version, or even the Trans Am, the TA version, being a little bit more of a handler rather than just for straight line speed. I think that's the nice touch that you get in this particular one. Making a U-turn these is a piece of cake. 1, 2, 3. And the seats are so comfortable, especially getting ventilated seats and everything. Very, very comfortable. But why don't we go ahead, let's slow down. We're gonna slow down a little bit here and do some on throttle for you, because that's what makes these cars so special, is having that ability to just get that V8 performance with that linear power delivery. But from a slow roll, on throttle, here we go. Yeah! That shaker hood is doing its thing. On those massive brakes, 6-piston calipers, 2-piece rotors. Nice, look at that hand, look at this. Wow. Nice. Woohoo! I love these types of cars, man. They're so much fun, especially when they handle. Look at this. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I'm telling you right now, those suspension changes with the springs, the upper control arms, and of course the bushings. Bushings are huge. I think people don't really take into consideration of what those bushings do when you change them out and you get a stiffer bushing. It really helps with the handling. But this thing, I'm telling you, got the power down pretty effectively, and the handling part too. I'm gonna move the shifter into manual shift mode and use the paddles, but look at this. Wow. Really, really nice. I'm impressed. This is the first Challenger that I've ever driven that's had suspension changes for handling rather than for straight line speed. But here we go. On throttle. Yeah! Woo! Nice. Super smooth, the power delivery. And then, like I said, to have that shaker hood, you can see it just rumbling away, and the suspension changes. That makes this extra special. And I really think that this is one of those ones that if you've been looking, you're not gonna find one as nice as this. Especially it's been ceramic coated by the previous owner. Everything has been taken care of so well on this car, and it only has 3,900 miles. All right, guys, here we go. On throttle. Nice shifts. Yeah. Brakes feel good. Watch this. Nice turn. Look how flat. I cannot believe this car weighs 4,200 pounds, but by adding those changes, it really adds up to a big piece of the puzzle there. Huge. All right, guys, here we go once again. Through the twisty bits, on throttle, here we go. Nice sound. Nice. On the brakes. Downshift. Watch the turn in. Watch this. Oh my God, look at this. Woo! Really, really nice setup in this thing. Really, really nice setup. It's just one of those special kind of cars, and like I was saying, you know, the president of Dodge has already made an announcement that as we move through 2021, 2022, and up to 2030, these vehicles are going to be drying up and disappearing. Having that V8 sound, that V8 performance, and such a unique identity with the shaker hood is what really separates this apart. Plus it being a 50th anniversary, and on top of that, one that's been taken care of so well. But we're gonna get back to Jaguar Land Rover St. Petersburg and wrap this one up, so I'll see you in a split second. All right, guys, it's been another magical muscle car kind of day here at Jaguar Land Rover St. Petersburg. I definitely want to thank Miro, Jeff, and the rest of the crew getting us this pre-owned 50th anniversary Challenger. I don't know. I think if you're not going to go the demon route for one reason or another, these are super rare, and these could be those cars, especially as we go towards electrification, that really start to rise in value. So if you can find one, you might want to put your money down, especially on this cinnamon stick one. But if you want to keep seeing these types of muscle cars on Rady's Rise, leave a comment in the comment section. If you're new and you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. Come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Rady's Rise family. If you want to help us keep making great content just for you in the channel, click the link in the description, get yourself some Rady's Rise merch. Click the second link, become a Rady's Rise Patreon member. I got to give it up to that amazing videographer, Lori, working that camera like a champ. She loves muscle car action. She loves bringing all the angles and the sound to you, so definitely show her some love in the comment section. Thank you, Lori, for all that you do. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.